Hello, welcome back. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for continuing to listen to my ascension story. I really appreciate you guys. Please like, share, and subscribe. And also, if you would like a reading, I am a psychic medium certified. There is a link below to book time with me. So, in the last episode, I kind of was talking about kind of having this fear of things repeating. So you go through some kind of lesson, whether it be physical, mental, emotional, through your ascension journey. And after you finish, like it was so kind of traumatic that you kind of carry that with you for a while. Like, is this going to happen again? Um, so that was, I had left. I've been calling her Kate, the one I was had a room with, and it was her and her nephew in the house, and left there the end of February. So now I had moved into my new apartment in um, beginning of March. So talking about this gentleman that I had met, I'm calling him Walter. He doesn't even look like a Walter. I don't know, but just for names purposes, I don't know where that came from. Um, During the month, I had met him in the beginning of February, if you've been following along. And during the month of February, he was so gracious with, on the weekends, letting me kind of come there and spend time with him and us getting to know each other better, kind of telling each other our backstories, just taking rides. And, you know, soon it did become what I would say a relationship. He had helped me move into the apartment here, and we continued to, he would spend time here with me, and then I would spend time at his place. When I had met him online, like, how you have your blurb and kind of said, what you're looking for. And both of us had said, looking for long term. And I had kind of said that to him some weeks later, once I had moved here. I said, like you said to me, you're looking for long term because I am looking for marriage. And he said, yeah, I'm looking for long term. So I'm like, okay. Um, I guess this was maybe mid-April or so. I was at his house and we were having fun, and we had not had any disagreements or at all this whole time. Got along really well. And so one day he said something to me that kind of like, no, wait a minute, like you said long term. I said, like, I'm interested in marriage eventually. Is that something you're looking for? Because that's what I want. Like, I'm getting to this age where I don't want to just be with someone, Especially, I don't know, for me, this is my own thing. You get to towards the end of your lifespan, and you want to have that companionship. And of course, there is things about people already have their, and I put my timer on. Um, sorry, people have their assets already, and that wasn't even anything I was worried about. But just making sure that, like, I don't have anyone else at this time. My whole family is gone. So when it's time for me to go, I need to know that there's someone there, and you're not going to go back to my family for to looking for how do you say it? Looking for what to do with me after I pass away. You know what I'm saying? What to look for my assets and everything else. So it was important for me to, um, for him to know that that's what I was looking for, like a commitment. I don't want someone also, I think I'm talking too much about anyway, telling too much. Anyway, I'm looking for marriage. So he kind of like, no, I don't want to get married again. I was married before, and so forth and so on. And I was like, oh, wait a minute. I can't do this. Like, that's what I'm looking for. Like, this is not going to work for me. We have two different, um, you know, viewpoints on this. And I think it's hard to, a lot goes into thinking when you're bringing two people from two cultures together, what will life be like, you know? And I assume probably him looking at his family and what his family would expect from him. And like for my family, it didn't matter. You know, your whole, I believe your whole life probably will change if you, do, it's like, you know, a Jewish person, starting to date like a Catholic person, like the two is going to be hard to mix. There's going to have to be some kind of compromise. Like either we're going to work this out or it's not going to work. Um, but I don't think that was all the thing. I think he had probably had some um, issues in the past from his first marriage and probably just didn't want to have anything to do with marriage again. So I was really kind of heartbroken because I think we both started to really care about each other. So I had had a glass of wine that evening and I didn't want to go and drive back home. So I said to him, I said, I'm going to stay tonight and I'll leave in the morning. Um, I could tell he was kind of upset about the whole thing. And the next morning we had breakfast. It kind of acted like normal, you know. And then kind of after breakfast, I kind of said, I'm going to leave now. And I said to him, I probably won't see you anymore because I just, you and I want two different things. And I left. So I figured that was going to be it. I was really heartbroken. And because felt like I found my person, like when him and I talked, it was, we understood each other. You know what I'm saying? You don't find that person too often where someone gets you, you know, especially coming from two different cultures, like someone like gets you because in some ways he had gone through a lot of the things that I had gone through too in life. So we didn't end up, I was letting it go. I figured he wasn't the right person. Um, I'm gonna say probably a week and a half went by, and he texted me and he said I had drove by your job today. I had to go take care of some business nearby, and I thought about you. And he said I just wanted to let you know. And I said to him, I said, well, you should have stopped by. He said, well, I didn't think I would be welcome. And I said, oh, you're always welcome. It's not like I don't care for him or don't like him or anything. We just have two different viewpoints on relationships. So, uh, probably maybe I don't know how much longer went by, another week or something. And he came over and we ended up going out, and he was like practically in tears, and he you can see the thing is when you're on this journey, you're starting to observe people on a deeper level because you're having these experiences along the way. And the people, like I did a video on the people you meet along the way on your journey, that plays such a big part in your ascension, but also everyone you come across, you possibly either could be awakening them in some way or um, being a mirror to them so that they can see the things like kind of mirroring to them the shadow parts of themselves that they need to work on. So I know he had gone through a lot in his younger years, and I think that was starting to come through, stuff that he had kind of squashed down and starting to feel these things that he didn't feel before. So it was kind of still up in the air as far as, can we work this out or not? And I decided for the time being to just let it go. Like, let's just see where it goes, because we do enjoy being together. Um, I know I can't change his mind. He has to change that on his own, whether he wants to be married or not. But if it should come down to it, whenever, I know I have a limit of time that I'll hold on. But I think maybe we need to get to know each other better to see if this can become something at all, because it had now only been about 6 weeks, 2 months or so. I said, when I had said kind of like, let's just cut it off while it's still fresh and early. But then I said, let me give it some more time and just see. Anyway, um, so we continue to see each other. Um, I think I'm going to leave it there. I know this is a short one, but I think I kind of get into some deeper stuff um, in the next one. So I don't want to carry that one too much through. So please like, share, and subscribe. Thank you again for being here, and I will see you in the next one.